When it is raining, we observe water. The amount of water will be collected just in the ponds, it will cross more than 30 to 40 crores. Rainwater harvesting bits, I told that we have around 800. And particularly we are using charcoal. It is also benefiting the surrounding villages also.
Life is vitality. Life also means water. In fact, there is no vitality without water. There is no life either. Kana Shantivanam was suffering water scarcity a few years back, but now is a green paradise. This is largely due to the efforts of Pujya Daji. There is also the dedication of the volunteer team that is working hard to grow and preserve the greenery here, and also to save every drop of water on this campus. Let us now see the efforts that are going on in Kanha towards rainwater harvesting and groundwater preservation.
This canal, this is the source of our rainwater harvesting. It's like we can say like that Ganga of Himalaya. So it's the Ganga of Kanha, in the sense that this is the entry point of all the rainwater which is coming from outside land, around 200 to 300 acre. So when rain is coming, whatever the runaway of that rainwater which is collected here in this canal, and it is running through our campus. So this canal is crossing through almost our 700 acre campus.
When the land was acquired for Kana Shantivanam, this canal was pre-existing, but there was not a single drop of water in it. It was filled with rubbish and dirt. But after the restoration of this canal by the Kana team, the whole scenario has changed. The water from various places that were designed to collect rainwater is also flowing into this canal.
This idea started from our Guruji. It is start from 2015 when I came here, and I see it is just a barren land. It's just around 200 to 300 neem trees and some other native trees. He used to mention regularly about he want to make a ashram of like Rishi Kagabhoshandi. He want to make such an ashram which is full of forest and trees. So for that, the main resource is water. Particularly we are in this rain drought area. It's Mahabub Nagar. We are in the particular area, and even in the soil, if you see, it cannot retain the water. Water level also in the ground are about 400 to 600 feet it is at the time. So for first 1 or 2 years we not got much enough rain. So we are with full of drought, dry season, and we have our construction works also happening, and even we started our plantation.
This was the time when Mother Nature cooperated. It started raining. Signs of hope were there on the horizon, and construction activity got accelerated.
When it is raining, we observed water, including our Guru. He roams around. While raining, he roams around. We just, it's not just by calculation we done this all the work. Whatever the work here, we are going to see here further, the canals, rain harvesting methods, rain harvesting pits, and this channelizing the water, collecting the water in the ponds, then how we are using it back. All these works studied at the ground. We see, observe where water is running, where most erosion is happening, so where we need to make a resistance. It is very simple science. If you have a land, what you have to see is where water is collecting, where it is running away, and how to stop it so you can store the water at the top of your land. So from there, the overflow, then if you have excess amount of water, then you can let the water go away from your land. Until that, we have to store our water inside the land only. So that is the theme of that work here happened. So we have this kind of systems, multiple check dams, rainwater harvesting pits, borewell recharge pits, and the canals. Even the canals, we made it in that way, water will percolate on that way.
All these processes help the land to not become dry and facilitate it to ensure that there is moisture in the top layers of the soil. Because of this, within 3 or 4 years, there was tremendous growth of plants and trees.
So if you see, the water is collected from the outside land running through these canals. We have created multiple check dams, and along with the check dams, I can show you further this rainwater harvesting pits. We have dug about 8 to 15 feet depth. We put simple rings, just cement rings. Those rings we just installed it. As this here the soil is not clay and it is just a porous soil, we don't need any media to put inside this harvesting pits. We just have the hollow pits, and inside the hollow pits we are placing the rings, and around we are putting some pebbles. Structure should not collapse, so for that we are just putting some pebbles around it, and particularly we are using charcoal, because rainwater which is collecting above the surface can carry some contamination. Water is little treated, little filtered also, so the land water will not get polluted.
So that is how the water from the canals reaches the soak pits. Once they are filled, the water goes to the ponds. There are 5 ponds in Kanha. They are natural tanks that were already there before the ashram was constructed. The only thing was that they were filled with dirt, muck, and were useless. Once they were cleaned off, the width and the depth of the tanks was increased. The water flowing from canals into soak pits is now reaching into these tanks. Thus, the groundwater levels have increased.
Earlier it was about just 30 or 40 lakh liters capacity only. Now we made it for 4 to 7 crore liters capacity of ponds. We made it almost from 2016 to 2019. We worked crazy to create those structures and those things. We had 50 borewells, which people who had this land earlier, they already dug their borewells. Mostly we not found any water in that. Those was almost abandoned because of less water source. So those abandoned borewells we made as a collection points, means recharging pits. We dug it for as much as possible to 15 to 20 feet depth. Then we slotted the pipes, borehole pipes. We filled it with from big stones to small pebbles with the sizes. Then topped with sand and charcoal again. So it will completely filter the water. That also helped us a lot, because those borewells, even as it is abandoned, when groundwater rises, we can have water in that borewell, so which means it have a lot of aquifers in this campus. Or we have around 22 recharge pits around in the campus. Other than this, rainwater harvesting pits, I told that for 8 feet to 10 feet depth, we have around 800. So this all together, it has helped us to develop this groundwater level. If you see from 900 feet where we are unable to get a water in 2019, if you see in 2021 itself, our borewells are overflowing automatically. It is not only benefiting us, it is also benefiting the surrounding villages also, because it is as I told earlier, this is the top land here, and we are storing the water here. Water starting percolating into the grounds and run through this aquifers under the grounds and reaching all the villages around.
The will of Pujya Daji is now actualized. The programs pertaining to rainwater harvesting and conserving of groundwater have been successful. Kanha is an inspiration to all in saving every drop of water.
Ever since we came here, there is nothing but cooperation and cooperation from Mother Nature. As I was mentioning, water was not cooperative, rains were scanty. Ever since we came, the rains that used to fall 600 mm, 550 mm in Mahbubnagar district, now we are blessed sometimes with 2300 mm, which is more than 3 times.